Neil, first game of the year. Just what's been the expectation level for you guys going through all of Dallas's camps and then coming back here for training camp as well?
Well, day one expectations are play to our strengths. We want to continually taking steps north and up the mountain, and so far I think we've done a nice job of that during the training camp. Without exhibition, it's a unique scenario, so I think it's important. They're going to be coming out hard. We're going to be coming out hard. That's the beauty of early season hockey when everyone's fresh and everyone's excited. So for us, let's take a breath, play to the areas that we know will be successful for our group, and try and maintain our identity for 60.
Early season this year, a lot different than last year's training camp. You had a lot more time to prepare for this year. What was different from your standpoint of last year's training camp versus this year?
Yeah, well, I think last year we got the bulk of our group early in camp, and this year was different. Based on without a taxi squad at the NHL level, our group came periodically throughout the camp, and that's fine. That's actually more common. So for us, we had multiple plans each day based on numbers, based on potential lineups, and I thought our players did a great job adjusting and executing based on circumstances. So for me, I thought it was a very good camp. I thought the pace was high. I thought the compete was high. And I know, but at the end of the day, now we have a chance to put it into game format, and I think it's important that, like I said, you play to your strengths. You give yourself the best opportunity every night by maintaining your identity.
You announced a leadership group yesterday, and just in the conversation that we had, there's a lot of leaders for this team. Early on, what's been your messaging from those guys to get some of the newer guys acclimated and ready for their first pro game?
Yeah, you know what? They've handled it on their own quite well in terms of seeing different guys hanging out with each other. I think last year was so unique in the fact that you were so restricted with protocol in terms of even where you sat, for lunch, dressing room, dry stalls. I think the players are really embraced the idea of they just get to be teammates and they get to be friends and they get to push each other. And I think they've done a great job of sorting that out on their own. I think from the leadership standpoint, we picked them for reasons that were obvious to us, and they just have to be them. They don't have to do anything that they haven't already been doing naturally. Be yourself every day, lead by example, both on and off the ice, and the rest usually takes care of itself.
From a preparation standpoint and just looking at the pre-scout for the Iowa Wild, it's hard without any acclimation of what their stats might be or what the look is. But what do you know about the Wild coming in tonight?
Yeah, they have a lot of players we have seen before. They have some new faces, some really good prospects in their group. We know they're always well coached and well structured, and I'm sure they've made adjustments over the offseason as we have. So it's always a good rivalry. The teams always seem to battle hard against each other, and usually the fans are in for a pretty good treat when these two teams get together.
Speaking of the fans, it looks like a pretty good house here tonight. What's the feeling like being back in front of a large number of fans?
It's great. Obviously, we've talked enough about last year, and we were one of the few teams that were able to have some fans in attendance, but the fact that we can open the doors and get our fans in the building, it means a lot to us. We love playing in front of this crowd, and I know we talked about that with them at the season ticket holder event, but for us it means everything, and they're a huge part of what we're trying to do and a huge part of our culture, and it's great that now we can play in front of them again.
Neil, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.